Welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast, brought to you by the Charleston AMA and broadcasting from our friends at Charleston Media Solutions Studios. Thanks to our awesome sponsors at CMS, we get to chat with the cool folks making waves in Charleston. From business and art to hospitality and tech, these movers and shakers choose to call the Lowcountry home. They live here, work here, and make a difference here. So what's their story? Let's find out together.
First thing in the morning, I was like, clearly that was not the truth. Like, no,
still
raining.
It poured.
Still
Which
raining.
I was curious if it was flooding near you, Mike, where you are by Switch Yards, because everywhere in downtown's like different.
I got there. I did not have to float there.
Okay, that's good.
It's changing rapidly, though.
I believe it. I believe it. If it drizzles.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
And then
yes.
the traffic.
Oh, 520.
I know.
Oh my gosh. And the
And
traffic.
yeah.
Can't you just drive? It's raining.
No, they
It's
can't.
Okay.
They can't. They don't know how to.
Well,
Nobody.
you're from here.
Yeah, they
so
don't.
you're part of this.
No,
Like,
I am not. I'm a skilled driver.
I heard you're really good.
Get off of the
excellent.
road.
An
That's all I
excellent
have to
driver.
say.
You're really on Sundays.
Get me there on Sundays.
On Sundays,
I
an
am.
excellent driver.
I am really good. I just want to be
Matt knows.
teleported everywhere. Like,
I know, right?
yes.
Take me.
Yes. Just
Well,
I don't
my
need to
wife's a
drive.
passenger princess, so it's just kind of like,
Oh.
You're
Got
not?
it. Pastor Princess.
Yeah.
What does that
Do
mean?
you make your husband drive?
Yes.
Do you
he
make
does.
Brian drive
Yes,
everywhere?
He does. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Typically.
passenger princess.
I love that name.
Oh, you never heard of that?
No.
That's your new title.
No, and actually, I don't like. He'll make me drive if he's
Drink?
No, drink. Like
I
at night,
promote that.
we'll go out. He'll be like, "I'll drive there," and he'll drive home. I'm like, "Oh, babe,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
always like to drive even if I don't drink." Like, no.
Right. Exactly. Let's get right into it, eh? Are we rolling?
yeah. Oh,
Oh, we got all that goodness. Yes.
I know, right?
Please share some of that,
Exactly.
Pastor Princess. Yes.
Exactly. Welcome to the Charleston Marketing Podcast. This is Mike Compton. I'll be your host with Rachel Bacall.
hello.
Say hello, Rachel.
Good to be back.
I am your current president of the American Advertising. Nope, that was back in 07. Current president of the American Marketing Association and president of Roombo Advertising. Rachel, what do you do again? You're on the board.
Yes, I am on the board with Amanda. We are running the committee for marketing and communication. So
Marketing, the Marcom co-chair.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you can thank her for all the cool videos that you see on social. She's crushing it. Her and Amanda both. Thank you very much, by the way.
I appreciate it.
We're all
I love doing
volunteers
it.
here, right?
Yes, we are.
I've got a badass. We have a badass on the show today.
Yes, we do.
Super excited to have.
Aw.
Yes, exactly. Super excited to have Angel Holmes.
Holmes.
Am I saying that right? Was
You
it like
are.
Pam with an N type of
It's
thing?
Holmes.
The
yes.
L is silent.
Yes,
right?
L is silent. Yes.
The L is silent.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I go by many names though. So.
Okay. What other names do you go
Well, my maiden name was Pass a Leg, like pass a leg
Oh,
of chicken.
Wow.
And then I was married before, and I was Pastel. So a lot of people call me Pastel still. They call and my nickname was Pastelli, so I still get
Okay.
called Pastelli.
by? Wow.
And now I'm Holmes.
This is great. Thank you.
Yes.
Does anybody else know that? I mean, I feel like
I don't.
that's
That might be
insides-
first. It might be
I
first.
think so. Only here on the Charleston Marketing Podcast.
yeah.
I'll give you all the scoop.
I
I'll
love
tell you all
it.
the goods.
I love it. Well, we really want to talk about you,
Mm.
to be honest, and talk about the Charleston Wine and Food Fest because that's a hot topic, and you have something to do with that. I heard. But really, like, are you from here? Like,
Yes.
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 Nobody's from here.
We're very rare, and my husband's actually from here, so to have a couple married
Yeah.
from here is pretty special.
So you bring up Brian.
Yes. Oh, I love it. You bring up Brian.
You bring up
He's gonna be so happy.
You
Shout
gotta,
out to
listen,
Brian.
folks.
I love it,
Folks,
love it.
you gotta find yourself a partner that looks at Angel the way Brian looks at Angel.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
So I call it the episode of his birthday. When is his birthday?
It was
September.
last week. Yeah. Oh, well, no, September 27th.
Mine's the
Yeah,
17th.
yeah.
Okay. My kid's
Yes,
the 22nd.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was. They were having fun on camera, so it was
too.
cute the way you guys were interacting. I got bored, but I was just
Yeah,
saying, like,
I said you'll probably
You
get bored
did.
watching this. Yeah. We were making cocktails. How'd you get bored? You can learn how to make
well,
cocktails.
he lost me at when he put more sugar in the cheer wine. Like I was like, wait, what? You got me at like old fashions. I love a good old fashioned, and then how we like. I'm sure it tastes great.
Yes, he he's doing a great job. It's
Yeah.
gotten much better.
Yeah.
But you should watch the very first episode of us. It is hilarious.
Okay.
And if his nickname is Director of No Fun.
Yeah.
So we
Why?
love. I
He
love.
seemed like he
Anytime
was
I
a-
can pick on him, I will.
He
so.
seemed like a good time. I mean,
Oh, he's actually really fun, which is funny that it's really a name my kids gave him, cheap with a lot of rules and no fun.
somebody,
Yeah.
you got to have the two parents, right?
Yes,
the
gotta
parents
have 'em.
that are a little more strict and the
Yeah.
parents that are, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It balances out, you
Yeah,
know? It's
exactly.
important.
Well, yeah. You'll see, Rach.
I'm hoping to
You'll
be
see.
like the
Yes.
fun one.
Young,
And
young pup over
my
there.
fiance can be more of the stickler.
See, you can say fiance, right? We can't say fiance anymore.
I
You only get a certain amount of
know.
time to say fiance.
Nah, I
Isn't that
know.
wild?
Yeah, and we just hit last week was like our year for being engaged, like when he proposed, and we only get one of them, so we went out and we
Yeah.
celebrated.
Yeah.
He's like, "You have to celebrate that." I was like, "Yes." Like,
Yes.
you're only a fiance for
Do-
so
do-
long.
Do you just call him fiance to his face, or does he have a name?
No, his name's Cole, but
Hi, Cole.
I call him Coley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
Coley.
cute.
Okay, that's cute.
I love that. When you get married?
We're getting married this upcoming Memorial Day, so May 24th.
Okay.
And we're doing it at the Cedar Room, like at the old
Oh
cigar
yeah,
factory.
nice, nice.
Yeah. So
Well, Brian and I actually lead marriage ministry for newly engaged couples. So
Yeah?
you might need
Uh-oh.
to look into that.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
we teach. We say what not to do.
You
'cause
guys-
we were both married before, obviously, and
Rachel's eyes are like
yes,
like
yes.
like
it's
quarters
really
right
a
now.
good
She's
thing to do.
wide
Sign me
open
up.
into this idea
Yeah,
here. Go ahead.
sign me up.
Talk more
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Talk more about
It's
Angel.
at Seacoast. It's a 8-week program that you learn all
Yeah.
the tools to have a great sustainable marriage, and it is amazing. We took the course. We were married. Our anniversary was this week, 7 years.
congratulations.
We took the course. We loved it so much that we decided we wanted to lead it. And we really do share what not to do because we
Yeah.
don't want anyone to go through divorces. But now we're doing it the right way. So we try to share that. It's a national program that these professionals put together, not me.
And is it mostly like engaged couples or is
It's-
it married couples too?
It's only engaged, and some of them are not engaged. Just
Okay.
see if they want to be engaged, and if you've been married less than a year.
Okay.
So
Okay.
look into that.
Okay, I will.
I'll plug Katie Walters over at Seacoast is
Perfect.
the one that
Look at
handles
that.
it.
See, we didn't even know that was
Yes,
connect
exactly.
that, right?
Yeah,
We had no
exactly.
idea she had
a great
another
program.
thing going on.
I know.
I do.
Another thing going
I
on.
do.
I know.
Just add something more. To
Well,
the plate.
let's start from the beginning before we
Okay.
get to that. I love that though. That's fantastic. I'm
I
glad
do
you're able
think
to
we
share
have to
that.
congratulate her.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Aw.
That's right.
So Angel here was won the award for 50 most influential people in Charleston.
Top
since
50.
Top 50 since 1975, was it? And the funny thing is, she didn't even know that she won the award until she saw a LinkedIn post.
Yeah. From Amanda. From our Amanda.
So Charleston Magazine, did a 50 most influential people. I had no idea, and so Amanda posted this. I was like, "Oh, I love looking at these lists." And I was scrolling through, and all of a sudden, I was like, I did cuss. I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
I was like, "That is me."
That's
what
amazing.
is going on?
It's a big deal.
Very honored. Very honored.
Why did
yeah.
you get it, Angel? Do you even know?
Well, it does say that Mark Collins and I got it for starting the Charleston Wine and Food Festival.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
When did that start?
So we started pulling it together in 2004. The first one was in 2006.
Why?
So we
did
met
you
for a
start?
year and a half. So I actually was at the aquarium a couple of years before that doing PR,
PR.
And events and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And I started a program called the Sustainable Seafood Project in Charleston. This is really when there were not many chefs. So at the time there was like Peninsula Grill, Fig was not around. It was like McCrady's, like really limited restaurants.
Interesting.
And I went to all these restaurants and said, "Hey, I'm starting this sustainable seafood program. Can you not serve certain fish on your menu?" And they all said, "No, we're going to serve that." But they said you should get. This is a long story. Sorry.
No,
We
we're
love
here.
long
I love
stories.
This is
Okay.
dig in. We're here.
So one of the chef, I think Mike Lotto was like opening or something here, and he was like, "If you can go get Ken Fedrinsky, who was at the time at a place called Woodlands in Somerville, to sign up." All these chefs will come on board and sign up. Okay. So, and he did tell me to wear a short skirt. I did not wear a short skirt.
Whatever.
Okay.
No judgment
I
if you
did not wear a short
In-
skirt.
in
but
my
I did
head,
go
you
out
did.
there
That's
and I
fine.
did bat my eyelashes and I was pretty young, but I had a boyfriend or so. I don't even know. Anyway, Ken signed up, and you know what? All these chefs signed up after. I was like, okay, I understand the game. So I started doing more with chefs with this program, and Mark Collins was at Circa 1886. He went to a food and wine festival in Texas. There was just a few food and wine festivals at the time.
Okay.
And he came back and he said, "Hey, Angel, you're really good at planning events and that sort of thing. Why don't we do one of these?" And I was at the aquarium. So I Googled it and I was like, "Oh, the aquarium has no money. They're not going to do a food and wine festival. This is crazy."
Right.
And so I said, the city really needs to put this on. And then I started working for Ken on the side, doing his PR, making more money than I was making at the aquarium. So I eventually was like, okay, I need to just leave the aquarium and do this and make more money.
Nice.
And I did that. And Mark called me. That was 2004. Mark called me and said, "Okay, now that you're on your own, can you work on this, putting this together?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, I will send out an email to people I know and see if they're interested and see what happens from there." And I emailed like PR people, like I would have just like random people, and none of them showed up. But the mayor showed up. Like every restaurateur showed up, every chef showed up. It was like the room was with all the right people. And I looked around and said, "Oh my gosh, this is going to happen." I just knew it. Okay. So for a year and a half after that, I got a committee together. We started meeting. We put the nonprofit together, started pulling all the things together, and then it came together.
Dang.
Yeah.
And when did you go to make? Because if it started as a nonprofit, was it membership based right off? Because I believe my fiance's parents are members of Food and Wine. So like
friends.
Yeah.
The friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the friends.
Yeah.
We did not do the friends right away. That came on a little bit later, but we set up the nonprofit and then we were hired. And so how I got on staff, because I eventually started running it, I wanted to be the head volunteer and enjoy it. I was like, okay,
Right.
I had a very successful PR agency. I had a staff. I had a lot of clients. But we hired a company to take it on and they couldn't figure out how to do it. They were like they were bogged down in the details of the last 2 years because we've been planning for a year and a half or whatever. And we need to raise money. We need to get going. So the board said to me, "Hey, would you take this on as a project with your business?" And that was kind of a conflict. So I gave my business to a friend of mine, Annie Bird, who opened Birdhouse PR, which is a really successful
love
PR
Bird.
firm now.
We need to get them on.
And she went on to do that. I just did the festival as it was a client project as their director. And then after it happened the first year, they asked me to be the director, and I was like, "Oh, that was fun. Okay, I'll do it." So
Nice.
that's kind of how it all rolled in. And I ran it for 8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
8 years.
And did you attend like any Charleston Food and Wine festivals anywhere else before like running with the idea?
So I went to Aspen. The board sent me actually they sent me there after the first one. And no, I didn't go before the first one, but I went to several after.
Okay.
So yeah.
To see what you're doing, if you do, what you can
Ideas,
do better.
sponsors, all of it. We would go
Fun.
once a year to something. So
And does it like create a community where other cities that do that, where you can communicate with them? And
yeah.
That's nice.
There's a group. Those directors were awesome, and I will say South Beach, because that was one of the biggest ones at the time. It still is. The person who started that, they actually brought him here. He met with us before the festival even came about. And that was instrumental. And he would tell me, like, here's who we use for ticketing. Here's who we use for signage. Like, it was so
really
many
helpful.
good resources. Lee Schrager, he was amazing. So you have to. I mean, it's like so important to get ideas. Nothing's original, right?
No.
So
No.
Exactly.
You kind of just put your own spin on
nothing
it.
is original. Yeah, you put your spin on it.
You're on a marketing podcast.
You are original. You are one of a kind, but
Yes.
everything else is really
Yeah.
some sort of.
So you were born and raised here, so you've seen a lot of good and bad, right? You were even obviously here during the Hugo, right?
Yes.
Talk about the growth factor, and if you're in love with that, or do you hate it, or do you like the communes?
Yeah.
You seem to embrace it pretty well, especially with the festival.
Yeah, I'm in the mindset I love. There's some things I don't love, but I do love that Charleston has evolved to where it is. Growing up here, especially my dad was, a famous politician. Everyone knew everything about me, and I couldn't go anywhere without everyone knowing my business.
Is that right? Okay.
I was always on the radio because my dad was.
So talk about Ernie.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So Ernie, get a shot at my dad.
Yeah.
He was a CPA as his profession, and he loved baseball. Him and some buddies went in and they purchased the Charleston Royals at the time. That's the baseball team at the day. It was in College Park, which is now it's by Hampton Park. It's Citadel took it over. They don't use it. But anyway, they bought that. They changed it to the rainbows. So my dad was part of that name change.
Okay, yeah.
My sister actually helped with the logo. My brother was a mascot. I was in charge of player relations. I got to tap the keg and put out the nachos
I
for
love that.
baseball players. By the way,
Okay.
I was in middle school. I was
You were in
you
heaven.
were so hot.
Yeah.
I love all of you.
You're like, I'll keep this job.
love that. And then
Who wants more nachos?
I know it was more tapping the beer. I am literally 13 tapping beer in the dugout. It was great.
They
For
didn't
the
have rules
VIP,
in
I was
the-
already running the
Yeah.
events, right?
back then.
And so
The
that's really how
1900s.
I got into events is my dad. But so then Mayor Riley was huge into baseball. He convinced my dad to run for office, which and he ran for office the first time he lost and he won, and he was a state senator for 13 years.
Oh.
Went on to run for governor. He lost that race. And then him and Arthur and Glenn McConnell and so many did so much to just, they got the money to Charleston. That's what they did. They got the money to Charleston before they were a powerhouse in the Senate. All the money was going to upstate, and he really was part of that group that brought the money here. So that was amazing. The bridge, there's so many things. So then he was super into numbers, was being a CPA. So he started our state lottery. And then he went on to start the Arkansas State Lottery.
Starting a lottery.
Starting a lottery.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
How do you start
how
a
do you even
lottery?
do that? Like, it's kind of like the festival. You just start researching others and you figure out what works and you put your twist on it and you make it into what it is.
Talk to
and
the right people.
So, talk to the right people. And so, So growing up, I don't even know what your question was, but something about the change of Charleston.
Change, yeah. No,
But no,
I would-
it's really grown, and so it's no longer a small town. Like, right,
Yeah.
I can go out and nobody knows who I am, and it's amazing, and I love that.
Yeah.
I do love just different perspectives and so much. I mean, like obviously the chefs and all the culinary community that have come about especially after the One in Food Festival, that really was impetus of that and making it what it is now. And
So the food festival came first. And
Yeah.
then the food came after
Yes.
that?
We had a
Okay.
handful of restaurants, but at the time there was a handful. Like there was nothing that there. I mean, even like King Street Upper King was not a thing. It
Wow.
was crazy how different it was. And so if you talk to some of the OG food and beverage people, they will definitely credit the festival for making Charleston what it is today, which is probably why I'm on the list of the 50th most influential.
There we go.
'Cause it definitely had an impact. I don't like the traffic at all.
Well, nobody likes
And
it.
I wish people don't say, they're not like as personable. I feel like there's a lot of, I lived in Park West. I moved from there.
I'm in Planner, so I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just felt like they were just, I don't know if it's just up north, people stay indoors a lot, but we like to go outside and like
Yeah.
to say hi.
Yeah.
And like to have porch parties and all
Yeah.
of
Oh
that.
my God. So the front porch
All of
thing
that.
is a thing, right? So I'm
It
from Detroit.
is.
I did Tampa for 18 years, but I'm from Detroit. So I understand where your challenge is. We're backyard people, right?
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
barbecues in our
yeah.
backyard. So
Yeah.
when I moved here in 2019, I saw the guys grill and use their grills in their front yard.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't think I've seen a
All
grill
right,
in the
let's
front
do
yard.
it. Let's
Wow.
do it. So now I have mine in my garage. I bring it out and I use it, And
There you go. You cook stuff in the driveway.
Yeah.
so
It's like a whole
It's like a potluck.
my
Yeah. Come on
neighbor,
over.
my neighbors are from Mount Pleasant. At least he is, Steve, and they boil peanuts.
Yes.
They
I
wash
love
them. They do the
boiled
whole thing the
peanuts.
whole day. I go
Yes.
next door. I'm like, this is the most southern thing I've ever, and I loved it. And the peanuts are great. You know what I mean? You just have to kind of enjoy where you live and
Yeah.
kind of adjust to the culture a little
Yeah.
bit, even these little ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to barbecue in the front yard versus the backyard.
I would
My
say
parents were like, what are you doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, southern now.
Yeah. I'm in the South. That's what
I
we do.
would say I had a similar experience when we had our first Halloween here, like in our house. And we're used to people coming up to the doors, right? And knocking on the doors to get candy and the kids in their costumes. And I just see everybody start bringing out their like porch chairs. And I'm like, wait, no one's knocking on our door. What's going on? I have this huge bag of candy that I got from Costco. I went all out. And I was like, I think the kids are scared of us. Like maybe the decorations aren't working. And then
Don't go to the
You
northern.
have to go out. You
I
gotta
go
out.
outside and all of our neighbors are like, just pull up a chair. It's
Yes.
it
Yes.
was probably one of the best
Mhm.
Halloweens I've had ever
Yeah,
because
they're
it was
fun.
just so much fun with the
Mhm.
community.
Yep.
And everybody brings food out,
Yeah.
like Jello shots out.
Yes.
It was quite an experience, and I'm looking forward to this Halloween now.
Yes.
I know, it's
Wait
so much
till you have
fun,
kids
right?
too. Oh
I
my
know,
gosh. So fun.
exactly.
So fun.
So bringing it back to the marketing side of things, man, you grew. You were talking about your PR company. You said you had a bunch of employees there and a successful PR company. What was it called? How many employees did you have? And what got you into marketing?
Oh, this is a good story. Love a good story.
Yes.
So I moved back to Charleston in 2000. I worked for the aquarium. I actually worked for the Convention and Visitors Bureau for 6 months, and then got recruited to the aquarium. Worked there for 2.5 years, 3 years. And when so I had a PR firm in Florida for a little while, in Jacksonville when I was there. And I called it my name, and I didn't like that. I was like, I don't want to be my name.
Yeah.
It was Past Life Communications. I was like, this is stupid. So I got married, and my husband was part of Home Team. Now, I know you probably think about the barbecue, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
So
about.
Home Team is actually a group of guys that are part of this group called the Home Team. And you see those block sticker. This is great marketing. Block stickers that say Home Team. That actually has nothing to do with Home Team Barbecue. However, Aaron Siegel is a member of Home Team. So Home Team is a group of guys that were mostly in Athens, Georgia, who followed widespread panic around. And what happened, and this is back in the day when widespread was really small and small venues, and these people would go all over the country to see them. And what they would do is they'd end up in like Denver, and they'd start recognizing each other because it was a small group of people. So they started calling each other the Home Team. So wherever they were playing, it was part of the Home Team. And your home teamer, you can crash on the floor, you can it will feed you. It's like this. It was so cool. So they have this whole mantra that you will see in Home Team Barbecue. So I loved it. I thought that was the best guerrilla marketing. My husband was part of the Home Team, and they just took care of each other. So I was like, Arnold, this is my husband before Brian, but I was like, hey, I would love to name my company Home Team Communications. And he was like, okay, we have to call Gene, who's the president of Home Team. He's in Florida, and ask him. So I called Gene, and he was like, absolutely. Yes. But you have to offer anybody any home teamer that wants to hire you, you have to offer them your services at a really good rate. Yeah. So Aaron Siegel was opening Home Team Barbecue about 6 months later. He had not opened yet. I had Home Team first. So I had Home Team first. And he called me and said, okay, Gene said you got to hook up a home teamer. Yeah. So I did Aaron's PR for West Ashley I did barbecue trade for all my parties and I didn't charge him anything. Wow.
So smart.
Amazing. So it was Home Team Communications. And then
built-in clients right there.
Oh yeah. So Aaron, it was amazing. Yeah. And I kept that name for a while until I worked for the festival. And then after I left the festival, I was doing more with beverages. I started a beverage conference. And so that's when I came up with the name Sip and Dippity, which I became more about, it was still PR, but it was a lot of events too in a beverage conference. So Sip and Dippity was kind of like the thing. But I'm a home teamer. I told Aaron it's 20 years for the festival next year and for Home Team Barbecue. I'm like, and I'm doing an event with the festival. I'm like, I really want to help you with your party.
So widespread panic.
Yes.
Right.
And they will wear Home Team t-shirts.
Like merch.
So a group of guys liked widespread panic that much that anywhere they would go,
they followed them.
They follow them like groupies, but instead of calling it groupie, you're Home Team.
Yeah, you're part of the Home Team.
Okay.
You're part of the Home Team.
It's cute.
Okay.
I
so,
like
really
that.
cute.
Then now it's the same guys. That started the barbecue joint called Home Team. Mm-hmm. And that's where, because if you go to the bathroom, you see this mantra type thing that they've got going on. And it doesn't make any sense until just now.
You got it.
Makes sense.
Now you got it.
I'm like, what does this have to do with barbecue?
Yes.
Like, they're great wings. The Game Changer is a game changer, by the way. Shout out to
I like
Home
their
Team
coffee,
Barbecue.
their Irish coffee.
Yeah, Brian loves Irish
favorite.
coffee. Yes.
Oh, wait, yeah, Amanda here. Hold on.
My cousin lives in Denver, Colorado. Or Breckenridge, and she came to visit a couple years ago, and she's a widespread panic fan. She's like, I have to go to Home Team Barbecue.
So people now, Amanda's talking about how people across the country are home teamers through widespread panic. And is there any other Home Team barbecues other than Charleston?
They have it. Yeah, they have one in Aspen. They have it in Columbia. I don't know Greenville. talked to Aaron about this recently, but
listeners, I had no
yeah.
idea that we were going to learn
I
about
didn't
this
either.
Yeah,
today. This
yeah,
is great. This
so
is good
cool.
inside scoop
Yeah, and
here.
those guys are so great. I love Home
cool.
Team. And I actually, so when I left the festival and reopened my company, Aaron was one of the first people that called me. I went back. He was a client of mine. I helped him open Sullivan's and downtown. So yeah, and they were somewhere out. They were in the alley. I helped them open.
Sure. No,
I've
that's
been all over with those guys. They're awesome. Good
I mean,
food.
and Home Team in itself is like, we live in North Mount Pleasant as well, so we're right behind the new Home Team, and it is packed. There's like so much community. I mean, obviously sports bring people together, but I feel like I meet the coolest people at Home Team.
Well,
And
their
they're the
chef
coolest
is
people.
my neighbor.
Oh,
Jason.
really?
Yeah, not
Oh.
my direct neighbor. 3 doors down. Jason's his name. Yeah, he's a chef over at your Mount
Shout out
Pleasant.
to
Yeah.
shout out to
Okay.
Jason.
Speaking of Halloween, he
Yeah.
gives out $50 gift cards.
Oh,
So
I'm
they
gonna
have
dress.
this-
I'm
oh,
gonna dress
of
up
a
as
whole
a kid this
studio
year.
just
I
went-
want the address to Jason.
Yeah, I am
not
gonna
gonna
dress
give
up
it
as
to
a
you,
kid,
Angel.
and
Love
I'm going
you,
knocking
Jason.
there.
Wow. Wow.
Anyhow.
That's pretty impressive.
He's got like a line
So-
down the block.
So we talked about Brian. We talked about Ernie.
Gosh.
I
you
need to, and we talked about the Charleston Wine and Food Fest, right? There's a couple of things I still want to talk about. Obviously, you're what you're doing now with Sip and Dippity, right? And your women directed leadership focused thing. We'll get to that. Can we talk about your Pez collection real quick? Why is there a Pez collection?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, do you know how many I own?
I don't know. This is why I'm asking.
It's about 350 of them, but I think there are
Wow.
more. And I'm on a. I can't buy anymore because in college, my sister gave me a few of them to take with me to school because I went down to Florida.
Right.
And before I knew it, people started bringing me Pez. I did not know anything about Pez. I was like, oh, these are cute. And I like colorful things.
Yeah.
Before I knew it, I had a collection of like 25 on my desk.
Wow.
And then I started seeing them going, oh, I should buy it. I should buy it and buy it. And then I had more and more. And then later in life, my brother-in-law bought me a collecting book. And I was like, yeah, I should learn more about this. I had been throwing away Pez because I was like, I already have Santa. I already have this.
Yeah.
No, I didn't realize they make different Santas. I probably threw away so many Pez that were valuable in my life. But I found a guy that made these custom display cases. He's out of
Okay.
California. Have those, and then he stopped making them. I have asked carpenters. I cannot get any more Pez until somebody can make me Pez stands.
Oh,
Because they're like, so if anybody that listens to this
Pezgate
can
2025.
get me a Pez,
we need
some
somebody
Pez shelves,
to-
I am all for it because I have more Pez. Because
a
actually, my
wooden,
son
can it be
just
a
gave me
wooden
Pez.
type of thing? Like what do we?
It's
what are we
wooden,
doing
and
over
it
here?
has these little like grooves, so your Pez can slide in there, and there you can fit like 50 on a stand.
So there's this shout out to Brooks Custom Woodworks
Okay.
in Sullivan's Island,
Okay,
right underneath Mex 1.
okay, yeah.
He is awesome. He
All right, I'm looking
builds-
into you, Brooks, because I've been asking. I've been
Yep.
looking.
Scott, I think is his first name. Brooks. They do all of the woodwork and tables for everybody on Sullivan's Island, and it's really great woodwork. And
So
it's
what
a,
would be your favorite one?
oh my gosh,
Oh,
Pez,
or maybe
Pez.
top
Yeah.
three.
So
That's
yeah,
easier.
let's get on the
So
Pez.
people are giving you Pez's in college.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
freshman in college, you get these Pez's.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, you can get Pez's in every gas station.
Oh, you can get them everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
make
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it has become more of a thing, but it's out of control.
You just start
It's out of
collecting
control.
them, and then
Start
you're like,
collecting
now
them.
I have all these things.
Yes.
They mean a lot to me.
They
Yeah.
they do
Really
they
good.
do. I'm hoping they'll be worth a lot for my kids to eventually. But my favorite I have Peppermint Patty, and I don't know why. She was kind of harder to get. Her and Droopy Dog were like my two, for some
Aw.
reason. But I have Giant Pez,
Yeah.
and those are
Giant
so
Pez.
cool. Giant Pez. They actually make noise. So we have an Elvis when he sings Elvis songs.
Wow.
We have Yoda. He does something cool. I can't remember. We have Darth
Okay.
Vader, and of course he's like breathing.
Wow.
Are the Pez candies still
and-
like what?
Oh yeah, and in the Giant Pez, you fit the whole candy things in there, so as it opens
Oh.
up. I actually had a guy from the aquarium make us when I had my first child a Giant Pez, it was like a duck that dispensed diapers. It was a big wooden
Oh my!
thing.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Wow, that is really.
I don't
cool.
have it anymore, but that was
Oh, I
really
wanna
cool.
say it's cool.
It was really
Okay,
cool.
You're looking
It
at me
was
like
really
it's
cool.
cool.
It was
Okay,
really
I'll
cool.
go
It
with
was
that.
really cool.
I think
It's really
it's
cool.
cool.
It's super cool. Yes, yes.
That's amazing. I just saw that in your notes. I'm like, Pez collection.
Yeah,
What?
I love it.
What? Or
It's
did
just
you also
the best.
collect like Beanie Babies as a kid, like that type
No,
of thing?
but I am a collector. I have a bunch of stuff. I like stuff.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
cool. I'm into it. Yeah, are you collecting an island? Is that what I hear
We
now?
are.
Like-
So I want this. I do want a Pez wall on the island. So, yes, my husband and I are working on opening a retreat and bar in the Caribbean in 3 years.
okay, as one does.
As one does.
As one,
Yes, I
obviously,
love
the
that.
next step in
That's
my life,
might
would
as
be
well. Might as well.
an
So-
angel's life. Okay,
Yeah,
give
yes.
us some more. Give us some more.
So I can't unless you sign an NDA. But
Done. Where is it, listeners?
no, the
we'll
only
mail
thing I
it to
can
you.
tell you is it's going to be called the Homestead Bar and Retreat, and we are narrowing down our islands right now. We're going to go down there in December to figure out which island. We've got 2 that we're really in love with. 2, we're looking at land. We're talking to the government, and we're hoping to open in 2028. And it will be a really cool bar concept. It will have many bungalows for retreats and some other little fun stuff. And it will be a giving bar. So all the money after proceeds will go to 2 charities, disaster relief, and then the island we're on will have a grant program that will fund
Okay.
projects down there. So we're working on setting up a nonprofit and
That's amazing.
So that falls
Cool.
in line with your newlywed.
yeah. So if you were looking for a
Theme,
venue for your
honeymoon.
honeymoon,
Yeah.
or
Right?
even your wedding, we want to do weddings. We want to do
I'm
parties.
not making this up. You already knew this. You already had this plan. Okay, good.
Yeah, but
It's just hitting me
2020,
now, yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
You can do your,
Yeah.
anniversary
Yeah.
down there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
smart. I love that.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we're
how many
really
islands
excited.
are available, and what are we talking?
Oh,
here?
well,
Like,
there's like
how
28
big?
Caribbean islands, but we're looking at like Grenada down south. Past that, we don't want to be in the hurricane zone.
Yeah.
So past
Okay.
down, we want to be
I
in the
didn't know there
sailing
was a
community.
non-hurricane zone island.
There's some that don't. Now they get them occasionally, but it's too far down that it doesn't really hit. Like it
Okay.
goes more up.
You have an airport on our island?
Oh yeah,
Have
oh
to,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
Get there
Yeah,
somehow?
gotta get there. Miami,
Okay.
Miami's the hub to get
so
down
you get there from Miami.
from Miami typically.
How long will it take?
How long it take to get down there from Charleston?
From a flight, yeah.
About 4 hours.
Okay.
Oh wow,
So
it's not too bad at all.
no,
Mm-mm. I want to go.
you should.
Can
come.
I? Am I
Come.
invited?
Yeah, get on the list.
I don't have
and-
newlywed though. I mean, I'm,
No, it's gonna be
happily
open for
married.
anybody.
Oh,
Anybody.
oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just-
not-
It's
yeah.
just one of the
It's
thank
one
you.
of
the
the
business
features.
models.
Yeah.
One of the features will
Yes.
be retreats and events.
I am excited for that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have an Instagram account, and then Brian and I every month on the podcast we talk about it. So we share our updates on there.
Cool. Now, automatically, my mind goes to the Firefly Festival.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you think
Oh,
about
my
how
gosh.
crappy that went?
Wait, the
Yes.
fire? You mean
You-
the fire?
Is it the fire? Am I
Yeah.
saying Firefly? Am I
You're
adding
talking
too
about the
much?
guy who ended up going to like jail because it wasn't.
The Bahamas event, was that Bahamas?
Yeah, was it? I don't know exactly where, but
and he was there.
Remember,
Those
like,
are
the
called
fest-
train wrecks.
the musical
Those are the
festival.
best. So as an event person, the person
that's
who
right.
does train wrecks on Netflix, I am obsessed. Like we watched the Woodstock ones. There was a one that just happened with Travis Scott, his concert. And it's always about, as an event person, it is always about trying to save money where you shouldn't save money.
Right.
You should never chintz on security and bathrooms and like the essentials. And that's where those festivals went wrong.
you hear
And
that?
they oversell them.
Exactly.
They've when people that's honestly with the Food and Wine Festival, a lot of my beef has been they oversell it. It's too many people. You don't get any food. And I know Alyssa's done a great job of changing that where you don't walk away hungry and thirsty. But you can, it happens. You want to make money, you want to get people in there. And I get all of that, but I'd rather have quality people who are going to come back every year and really have a good time and give the good word of mouth than overselling it by, I just feel like that's like a great, I'm not saying the Wine and Food Festival did that, but
No,
it's a great thing
festivals
in
in
general.
general have that-
yeah.
that
It's gotten
issue.
really bad. Music festivals in general.
Oh, my.
We were going to one in Louisville, Urban and Beyond, and they oversold it by 100,000 people.
Get out.
And they had like Zach Bryan, they had all the Tyler Childers, all these people. I felt like I was going to die, and I was like, I'm never coming back. Like, and we were going, we were camping. It was like a whole thing. I was like, these guys are too greedy to do this. Like, I just no. So
See, that's a good takeaway for our event planners. Out
yes,
there.
yes.
Don't chintz on the.
Don't
toilet
chintz
paper.
on. Don't toilets. You got to
Especially-
have the toilets. Did you watch the poop cruise?
No, I couldn't.
Train wreck. That is the best series on Netflix. If you're an
What-
event person, especially.
What do you have? Do you have a train wreck story?
Oh my gosh. Our year 2, everything went wrong.
Yeah.
It was hard. Do you remember that, Amanda? Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So it rained, opening night, it rained. And we had no floor on Marion Square. I'm like looking at this. This is where it was essentially.
Oh, this heaven.
I know, but we had a
photo
statue there. You know, it was over here, and it's changed.
True.
But so we had no floor, and we were chintzy. No, we just didn't really have a budget. We didn't know any better.
Year 2.
Big floor. It rained, and it rained, and so everything turned into mud. And so you had people dressed to the nines in expensive clothes. The front page of the paper the next day, everybody's covered in mud.
Oh no!
Like everybody. I was like, oh my gosh. And
were they drunk?
Oh
no?
yeah, and they were fine.
Okay.
We got very
There
little
we go.
complaints that night.
There we go.
But then it just kept on raining. We oversold our. I was talking about oversold. We didn't realize, but we got to fire capacity in our culinary village. And Teresa Taylor, who was the food editor at the time, called the fire marshal, and they came and shut us down. That was not fun. I mean, it was like everything that could go wrong. There's been so many stories. We did have a staff member that left his rental car on all night long in the parking garage. Like it was like, we just got too big the second year. We didn't know it was everyone wanted to come.
Yeah.
We didn't know
It's a party in Charleston.
Yeah.
You know.
So we
Everyone
learned a
wants to
lot.
party.
We did a bunch of conflict planning or crisis planning after that for sure. It was lessons. So yes, I've had some training.
Crisis planning is a thing too. That's another lesson to be learned there. Listen.
Yeah.
Weather is for your events is just such a horrible thing too.
So last moment here on the Charleston Wine and Food Fest, we had Bray Richardson on not too long ago. She's the head of the branding.
Yeah.
And what a badass she is.
Yeah. It's great.
Super talented, creative, mission driven. Speaking of super focused, mission driven women, you are also now the editor of Charleston Women Magazine.
Yes.
Okay.
How'd that happen?
Okay.
Yeah, how'd you get involved?
Yeah, so I lead a women's group, and I'm really into helping ambitious women. I'm from Charleston, obviously, and a friend of mine is working there, and she said they were looking for an editor. Would I be interested? And I said no, because I just had a lot going on, and I didn't.
I would say no for you too initially too, as I look at your
I had a lot going on,
now.
a lot going on. But I honestly, it was an insert for Mount Pleasant magazine for so long that I just didn't love the look and feel of it. I didn't feel like it was representative women. I thought it was a lot of advertorial, which I'm not a big fan of. So she's like, just go and meet with them. And so I went and met with Bill and Stacy, and I love that. The team there is great. And I said, this is the deal. If you want me, this is what it's going to take. We're going to stop doing all advertorial. We're going to redesign the whole thing. We're going to really make it more, really showcase the women of Charleston and all that. They said yes to everything. And so this will be my second issue coming up, and it's been amazing. I have loved being able to share so many incredible stories, and really want any women to reach out if they want to share what they're doing with the audience, because we'd love to do more of that. So it's been a lot of fun.
Angel, why are there so many ambitious women in Charleston?
I don't know.
Don't you feel like there's a lot of, so I've been, I'm from Detroit, Tampa, and you go to other cities and you witness other cities and other people and you hear other stories. I've never heard so many empowerment, female, women driven stories here. And thankfully I get to do this podcast once a week. So I get to meet a new person once a week. And a lot of them are ambitious, strong women. And it's like very motivating. And, obviously I'm an ally,
You're a supporter.
Yeah. 100%. But it's like, you're from here. So do you have any thought behind that?
I don't.
You're
it's
one
a
of the
beautiful,
OGs,
it's a beautiful place, and it's very, it's
men
a
like
great,
it too, but
it's a great place to live. The quality of life. I wish the pay were better for, for people that are working. But I don't know. I really don't know, but there are so many incredible, ambitious women. I'm blessed to have so many of them a part of what I do, and, bring it on. I'm really excited for it.
So you don't have any other things behind that?
I don't know.
There's no breeding ground. There's no farm somewhere that is
I haven't heard about a farm.
No? You would have known. You would have created the farm. You would have done the festival.
There's definitely been some women, a lot of women who have done a lot of amazing things in Charleston. So maybe they, even
part of that.
Jeanette, Jeanette Alterman. Yeah. Jeanette, she, with the Center of Women, I remember now, oh my gosh, Skirt Magazine, Nikki Harden was definitely the forefront of that whole of everything when I got scared. I was like, wow, this is so cool. So I think they did a bunch of cool events that just brought women together, and it's just kind of continued since then.
Yeah, it's amazing. Because if you look at like, if you go to our Charleston Marketing Podcast.com, there's woman after woman that is just like Jennings King.
Yeah.
She did a transformation with her business and her job and turned it into a passion. She's got a ton of likes and comments and stuff like that. Adrienne Grimes, who is from here as well, like she's leading South Carolina Research Authority.
That's cool.
At least on the marketing side, and there's just so many lists after lists, and you're on top of this list. No, none of these other women here are top 50 since 1975. So here we are. And
there we are.
Yeah. So I just was wondering about that. So speaking of that, then this is going to be a good place for you to grow your next mission, right? Which is growing leapership in women, right?
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I started. I felt like during COVID, I lost all my business, and I had to start over, and I had to pivot and do a bunch of different things.
What were you doing at the time?
I was doing more event consulting, but I started an event in Asheville called Chow Chow, and I was going all around the country helping other events get better, basically.
Cool.
And I had all my year lined up, all of that, and then March, of course, hit, and I lost everything in a day. So I lost, my 6-figure income, everything that I had planned.
Events happening.
No events were happening.
Yeah.
Nobody was. It was like done. So I had to pivot and do a bunch of different things, and I got really, humble about it all. But about a year and a half ago, I just felt the calling to do something again. I started doing social media because PR was definitely has changed significantly. And I was like, gosh, there's so many people doing social media, and I'm just doing this because I've always done it. And I am really good at it, but I really want to do something else. And so I was doing a lot of praying, a lot of soul searching, and just felt like God was putting this, like, you need to lead ambitious women, help ambitious women make big things happen with their life and their business. You've done it so many times for yourself, so many times for other people. Like, why don't you bring all your skill sets together? And I literally had a vision of, I was on a relief trip in Asheville with some friends and saw this big glowing cross. And I was like, I don't know, the brighter side just came to my head. And I was like, I love the name. I love this. And it just kind of came together. So I created the Brighter Side Society, which is a group for ambitious women all over the world. We have members in the US and Canada. I would love to grow it globally, but we do have a strong group in Charleston, which I love. So we do in-person meetups, but it's online. And then we have in-person meetups where ambitious women get together, they learn from each other, they grow from each other. We have accountability partners. We do really fun ways. We teach all the things to really build anything in business and life and to get it happen. So often when you have a big dream, you might be working another job and you can't ever work on that dream,
Sure.
right? So you're like,
Exactly.
this group, your dream might be what you're working on every day, but often it's not. So it's teaching you how to work that job or how to do your side hustle, whatever, and then build that dream and make it happen.
Sounds like you're putting accountability to the dream.
Yes. And
awesome.
it's amazing to see. There's been so many businesses that have launched, so many podcasts, so many women are doing so much more with their lives, and just forming so many deep relationships and connections. So I'm so excited. And my big dream that I'm working on in the group, because I'm part of the group, is the homestead. So I have gifted all the members this year what I'm calling the Friends of the Homestead membership. So they are part of the Friends of Homestead. So they get to be part of that experience. See that?
Okay, where do I sign up for that?
Well, you got to be an ambitious woman.
Oh,
sorry.
I see.
So not you, but you.
I was gonna say when these women, when they go and they really can tackle their dream and they have those resources, do they still continue to be very involved in this community, or do they kind of get sidetracked because they're so focused on growing out whatever that dream is?
No, I think just because it's more than just a place to learn and grow. You're getting connected. The problem is with ambitious women, everyone thinks we're crazy. Yeah. We have wild ideas. We have a million ideas. So it's a place to come, and it's almost like your support group, because I want to say AA, but like a group like that where you can go and be like, hi, I'm Angel, and I'm ambitious, and everyone calls me crazy, and I'm alone, and I feel like I'm the only one going through this. And everybody in our group feels the same way.
I love
so we are all like, we have each other. And the cool thing is too, it's such a diverse group. We have people just starting out in their career in their 20s to people like myself in their 50s and 60s. And we all help each other. We all grow from each other. We're all connected in this really cool way. It's just amazing. So
Is there like a price for membership or okay?
yes, we have a monthly membership where you can join for a year. Yeah.
Cool.
Lovely. There's so many thoughts I wanted to connect. Amanda, have you connected her with Rise yet through the Mount Pleasant Chamber?
I knew about Rise. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Maybe you could connect with Kathy and maybe do a talk over there.
Yeah, I'd love to
just kind of promote yourself. And then there's the Metro has one as well, don't they? They have a women's group. Yep, they have a women's group. And then there's Charlotte Berger's got a marketing women's group, right?
She has she's got her own PR firm, but so I did create a guide for entrepreneurs in Charleston where I list them all because there are several women's groups.
So you're good. You're
yes,
on that.
Yes.
'Cause I'm all about connecting.
If I'm missing anybody, let me know because I update that all the time. But
where do you find that?
It's on my website. It's a free download, and I can send it to you to share with the listeners. And I want to print it, but I haven't gotten there yet. But it's got everything from events to groups to join to Facebook groups because there's all these great women's Facebook groups.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's all these great groups, and I recommend to people find your group too because it might, if you're not ambitious, your group's not ours. You might be a mom. Your stage might be your
Lazy
mom
Moms
group.
The Lazy Moms group.
I'm not saying you're lazy.
Oh, there's not a Lazy Moms group?
I'm sure there is.
There's all these groups. So you can join multiples, but find your place and really, I did a podcast on this recently and really get in deep in that group and really make the most of it because you can't be everywhere. You can't be everything. So find your place. But there's so many great groups here. I've just loved everyone I've been a part of and go to and everything. So
yeah.
What was like one of the first groups, I guess, that you joined?
I think PRSA was probably the first group I joined just because it was directly related to my business. I was a member of AMA back in the day, actively involved with Lee Dees was just here. Helped her with some stuff. And gosh, I mean, I've been a member of, I did Rotary. I've done so many things.
Yeah.
Like
I'm a
you
joiner
name it.
too. Yeah.
You name it. I
Rachel's
have done
a
it.
joiner, I can tell.
Yeah.
She joined AMA real quick.
Yeah.
Yay.
I volunteer my time very easily.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Yes.
Amazing. Absolutely. What else can we talk about? So we talked about your island, the future.
On my podcast.
Now, that's where I was headed. Can you give me the name of your podcast?
It's a Never Stop Dreaming Biggie podcast.
So I'm listening to that on the way here, and I'm like, we need Rach, we need, and Stephanie, if you're listening, Amanda, we need something like that, right?
Yeah.
Like she does it every time
Yeah.
too, and it's the Biggie.
Like a tagline, yeah.
First of all, Biggie Smalls. Like,
Yeah.
where
Biggie.
is he in your life right now?
Well, he's heaven.
Yeah.
Rapping down to me.
Yeah.
No, I was going to call the Never Stop Dreaming Big podcast. I'm like, that is so boring. Like, it's not me. I love Biggie Smalls. I'm a Tupac Biggie girl. And
You're Gen X, eh?
I am 52, whatever
You're
that
not.
is.
Nice.
Whatever
Good.
that is. Is it
Congratulations.
Gen X?
That's
I
fantastic.
guess.
Yeah, it's Gen X, yeah.
I don't know. I loved his like story of just being gritty and raw and real and working his butt off and doing cool music
Slanging
and all
drugs
that.
in the front street.
I mean, before him, I loved Eazy-E, but Easy, we can go. Okay.
Well, my last name's Compton.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. There we go.
And
You
I'm
got
also
it.
Gen X.
You got it. I used to
so-
want to go to the Eazy-E parties when I was in high school. I was like, I'm going to go out to LA and be at whatever those parties were called. They were not like the Diddy parties, but
the freak off.
That's good. Freak off's good. That's good.
Why'd you say that?
freak offs.
Oh.
That would have been so fun. That would have been legit.
It would have been a little bit different back
game
then with
changer.
Eazy-E.
Okay,
and-
anyway. So Biggie, I love Biggie Smalls, and yes,
So
but
you
the
embraced it that
show
much.
is about, but just again, it's not, you don't have to be a woman to listen to it, but of course my people are typically ambitious women. How to make anything big happen with your life. So I share solo episodes on things that work. They're working for me that I love and I want to help people with. I have a guest every month, and then Brian and I do our show every month to talk about the homestead. So it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm in like 32 episodes. So
And how has it been a year, 2 years?
yeah, I started this year.
Okay.
So
Wow,
it was
32
that was a
Yeah.
that was a brighter side thing. It was one of my we have what we call dream trackers and milestones. It was one of my milestones, and that is a cool thing. We break things down so manageably that I was like, it happened. Like I was like, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's happening.
Once you put it down and out in the universe and you have some people helping you and build a team,
Yes. Yep.
around it. I mean, that's
Yep.
the team part's
And I am working on a book, and then I'll stop.
Ooh,
And then I'll
no.
stop.
Yeah.
Then I'll retire.
Wow.
Then
And
you're
I'll
gonna
retire.
Stop. I doubt
Then
that.
I'll retire.
Yeah.
I will. We're gonna
All
get
right. So
done.
what's the book about?
It's going to be like a mixture of my life and lessons, but how people, obviously, I be geared to women. I do think it'll be faith-based because faith is a really big, important part of me. I do incorporate that in my business, but you don't have to be a believer to be part of my world because I love all people. But I think just my faith has been so important at an early age. So, but just help giving tools and ways just to have a better, your biggest, best life ever, basically.
Yeah. Love that. Love that. No, and I saw a piece for your homestead, and you had a little cross on the bottom right there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
that going to be part of the kind of the curriculum?
We do want to have. Actually, that's a great question. We do want to. We don't want to be a party bar.
Yeah.
We will. We're not going to.
Then I was confused.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not, I mean, we will have some fun, but we don't want people. It's not a woohoo bar. I'm saying like it's not a woohoo bar. But we will on Sundays. We're planning on doing church service stuff. We want to have worship music.
Well,
we would
because you're
love
an ordained minister, so you could hold
Yes,
those.
exactly.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Look
you
at
weren't aware of that already.
I love that you know all of this. Do you know the story about that?
I'm bringing it up.
Okay,
so I can
really
learn
quick.
the
I got
story of it.
ordained because friends of ours, Sarah Simmons, she's a chef in Columbia. She wanted to get married during Wine and Food Festival. It was the year I left.
Oh my God.
And I was working for Limehouse Produce, and I had all these costumes made up of vegetables, and they were hanging in my bathroom. And Sarah was over, and she came out dressed as like corn on the cob and like strawberries. And this is like 6 months before she got married. So it was hilarious. So then she called me a couple months later. She's like, hey, we want to get married during Wine and Food. Will you marry us? And her and Aaron, and I was like, oh my gosh, I guess.
Yeah,
I looked it up, got ordained. So I'm a
Right.
minister of I can go. I do weddings and funerals.
Rach, are you?
Yeah.
Do you have your?
Yeah, if you need me.
Do
If
you
you need
have?
me.
She's available.
But the best part was, y'all, and she knew this, but the whole bridal party dressed up as vegetables. So I was a strawberry as I married them. It was the best.
What kind of crazy idea is that?
It was so great. And you should have seen the audience. It was like the who's who of food and beverage. Like you name it, they were there. It was really freaking
And they
cool.
dressed up as a fruit or a
The wedding party did.
Oh,
the
okay.
wedding
I
party.
thought the whole-
There was a wedding party.
Was
and
this
most
their
of them were
first
guys.
marriage, or was this like their
Their
third
first,
or fourth
no, it was
marriage?
their first marriage.
Like,
And it was
oh my
legit.
gosh.
And it was a surprise wedding. Nobody knew what they were coming to. We just threw a party downtown and they all came and it was amazing.
That brings up just the thought I had because one of my friends who works in this building got married at the Wine and Food Fest last year.
Oh, wow.
Nikki did.
At
So
the
is that
festival.
Is that
At
a
the
common
festival.
thing?
And my
Wow.
question to you was, did you know if that's a common thing or people, because you just mentioned it, people getting married. That was only the second one.
Yeah.
How many years are we into this?
This will be 20 years.
20
next
years
year.
into us. How
Yeah.
many other people are getting married?
So
at the Wine
I
and
know
Food Fest?
about a lot of engagements, a ton
That
of
makes
engagements.
sense. Okay.
That would be a cool segment to do. Is like who got engaged?
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Ah,
Yeah,
you took it
where
right
are
out of
they
my
now?
mouth. Where are they now?
Yes, yes.
Hopefully still together.
Yeah, we did an event called Bubbles and Sweets, which I think they're bringing back this year because I met with I'm helping them with the 20th year, and that would be fun. They should definitely promote that because a lot of people you'd be in the middle of like Quentin Baxter would be playing in the middle of that, and then you see people getting engaged and getting engaged. You're like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
What a great love story that is.
Was.
Well, it must tell a lot about the event and how community driven it is. Because
Yes.
to get engaged in front of a lot of people, you must feel like a real safe space. There.
Yes.
So,
It was cool.
Or it has something very symbolic to their relationship. So.
Yes. Yeah, probably. I would imagine probably they go a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
couples do go to things over and over. So
That's so cute.
it's very cute.
What's next, Angel, other than the authorship
Oh my
and
gosh.
the islands and all that? What?
My kids are for me, my biggest goal in life is just to have a really great marriage and 3 thriving children.
Perfect.
And so focusing on them, 2 are in college, one's a junior in high school. He hopefully will be coming to the bar with us to help us down there instead of going to college.
Sure, get some work experience.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not?
And he's not really into school.
Are you hiring?
We will be taking resumes. We will, the majority
I'm
of people
a
we
bartender.
hire.
Hey.
We'll have guest bartenders, but we will hire the majority of people down in the islands because
That's
we want to
nice.
support the
Yeah.
island. I mean, that's what a lot of people come down there.
Idea we can do the podcast down.
Yes,
Yeah, I love that.
totally.
Huh, Matthew? Are you
Absolutely.
in?
tropical
Yeah.
Our
location.
engineer, our sound engineer. All right.
We would love to do podcasts. We'll do a whole, I'll have a podcast
Mhm.
area for sure.
Yeah.
We'll do our podcast.
We're
And
in.
especially with all your like listeners being so close about what your vision is, it'd be cool to like do this is behind the scenes and this
Yeah.
is how we created this.
I want to see
Especially
it.
if
100%.
there's-
I need to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like shoot video with your cell phone at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
When we went down this summer. We did podcasts live from there. So there's a whole
Sure.
podcast on there, and we did a ton of footage and videos. And I am going to start a YouTube channel for it, but
Yeah.
not
Oh my
until
God.
it's a little bit closer.
The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
Did you see their latest
Yeah.
season?
No.
No.
They built a place for kind of a religious place,
Yeah,
an
yeah.
island.
Yeah. Oh, I
You
need
got to
see
watch
it.
the new season,
yes,
dude.
I do
Oh my
You're
gosh.
living the Righteous
Wait.
Gemstones.
Oh
Actually,
my gosh,
that's so
I have, and
funny.
everyone tells me I actually have not watched that show. And I one of my best friends' husband's brother is like one of the top guys for it.
Oh, really?
And they always say to me,
It's
"You
not
would
Danny
love that
McBride,
show."
is it?
No, it's one of his like.
we need to have Danny
producers.
on. Amanda, come on.
He was one
Get
of the top
Danny on.
50.
Yeah.
Danny
And
McBride was one of
he
the
was
top
one of
50?
the 50.
You were 39. What was he?
I think he's after me.
40.
I can't
Yeah, I can
remember.
see that.
Sorry,
Danny. You got to do better.
Sorry.
You got to do better,
No, he
McBride.
might have been before me.
Maybe-
The coolest thing is my kids could care less until I mentioned that Bill Murray was on the list. They're like,
Oh,
Bill Murray.
oh, Bill was
'Cause they
probably like
just
2.
watched, They just watched Stripes. I'm like, I don't know if that's really appropriate for you to be watching, but
Bruh.
I was like,
High school.
that he's in the list. He's like, they're like, what? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What a legend he is. We need to get him on the show.
He's
too.
really cool. He's a fun guy.
Fun guy. You're a fun gal.
Oh,
How about
thank
that?
you. Y'all are fun.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
y'all so much for having me.
Is there anything else that you can share with us?
I
Like,
mean,
good Lord, you shared everything.
I know. I
feel
have a
like.
great newsletter you can sign up for
Okay.
every week called The Scoop. You can go on sipanddippity.com. Follow me on Instagram. I have 4 accounts, but Angel P. Holmes is my main one.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one for the brighter side. I have one for the Homestead Bar, and I have one for Never Stop Dreaming Biggie. So yeah, just follow it all. But in the newsletter, I do share my podcast. We do share updates on the homestead. I do share fun stuff. It's just a true joy.
Well, you're a true joy to talk to. Thank you for
Thank
coming on the
you.
show. Appreciate you and your time.
Yes, thank you.
Rach,
Yeah.
good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come do premarital.
Yeah.
With
No,
me?
I'll definitely
Yes.
look into those classes.
Yes,
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Ooh, we got to thank our newest sponsor, the SCRA.
Yay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love
Speaking-
sponsors.
yeah.
Yes.
South Carolina Regional Authority. Did I say that right?
Research. Yep.
The
close.
South Carolina Research Authority.
Woo.
Yeah. Thanks to them for being our first official sponsor
Yep.
of the podcast.
Oh, I love
Very
that.
excited.
Yeah, the ink isn't dry yet
Yeah.
on this one.
No.
It's October
It better
9th,
be now.
2025, right?
We're plugging you away.
That's right. Oh, we already have. We share. We share. Yeah, we share everybody in the Mark Tech scene.
And if you're interested in, sponsoring the podcast, feel free to reach out to
Mike at charlestonama.org
Yeah.
works. Info also at charlestonama works.
or drop a comment, send us a DM. We'll get you in touch with the right people.
Oh my gosh, great idea, Rachel. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, of course.
And thanks for hosting. Nice
Thank
to meet
you.
you. Good
Nice to
work.
meet you.
And we'll see you next time, fam.